Hi, welcome to another video. Hopefully the lighting is a bit better than last time. I'm going to go through the deliveries that I've had this week. So starting with a couple of tapes. I've got a Depeche Mode Construction Time again. This one, as you can see, is on the Sire label. So it's a US cassette. And it's quite a plain shell. It's not in the best of nick, but it's just to add to my tape collection. The inlay card is very plain card inlay, no lyrics or anything. So that's just to add to my collection of vintage cassettes. And when I say vintage, this one is from 1983. From 1989 and from France. You can see it's got the Vogue logo there. Is the 101 cassette. It's the one cassette version, so it's got some tracks missing from the concert to squeeze it onto one cassette, and that's what the tape looks like. So we've got the modern Mute logo on there, and very strange the way the tracks are printed out with the spacing there, and large cassette window. This one has got a bit more of an inlay, made more of an effort. Quite familiar photos from the concert in Pasadena Rose Bowl. Moving on to CDs. I reviewed what singles I was missing, and I realised I was missing the 4-track version of Behind the Wheel from the UK. Don't know why I didn't get this when it originally came out. I had already got the 7-track version, and I bought it, the 4-track version, from a seller on Discogs, who promptly sent me another copy of the 7-track version. Long story short, this one's got Behind the Wheel 7-inch remix on. It's got Route 66 on, Behind the Wheel Shep Pettibone mix, and Behind the Wheel the original LP mix. And this is CD Bong 15. So that's the 4-track one that arrived from a different seller on Discogs who knows how to count this week. So thank you very much for that seller. Just for comparison, the 7-track one has got Behind the Wheel remix on Route 66, the Shep Pettibone mix, but it's also got Route 66 Beatmasters mix, it's got Behind the Wheel Beatmasters mix on it, and it's got Route 66 Casualty mix. So the two Beatmaster mixes and the Casualty mix are the 3 extra tracks, and the look of the CD is completely different as well. And staying on the subject of CD singles, I got Condemnation, the German version. So this is int 811913. This was CD Bong 23 in the UK. It's got CD 7 Bong 23 on here. This has got Condemnation Paris mix on and Death's Door Jazz mix on. It's a slim cardboard case, which is unusual actually for Germany, and the CD looks like that. Also included inside the CD was this little information card insert. I don't read German, but that's what it says. It explains what else is available. So it's the equivalent of the limited edition, the kind of what's called live ... which was, let's see, it would be L12 Bong 23 in the UK. And they did release it on CD single over in Germany as well, and I have a copy of that in my collection too. But I am just trying to limit you to just seeing the deliveries that came this week rather than anything else. Doesn't seem to fit inside, so I'm just going to pop it in the back as I had it. Put it back on the shelf like that. I don't want to wreck it. And staying with CDs, but moving on to albums, but staying in Germany, we have Mute Int 846801, which is Speak and Spell. This is more of an original issue than the ones that look like this. This is a German one as well, so this is Int 846844. This one is a reissue. It came out in 1986, but the tracks are different. You would expect when you're listening to the album to hear New Life followed by I Sometimes Wish I Was Dead followed by Puppets and then Boys Say Go. On this version, you hear New Life, then Puppets is track 2. Dreaming of Me has been put in there, the single that was never on this album. Has been put on as track 3. I Sometimes Wish I Was Dead isn't present on here, and then we're back with the normal flow, start with Boys Say Go. This reissue has got the extra tracks on, so it has got Dreaming of Me, Ice Machine, Shout, Any Second Now, Just Can't Get Enough, Schizomics as bonus tracks. But this is a kind of a purer representation of the album as it came out originally, and also with the photography on the back. I have got a full video of all my vinyl versions of Speak and Spell on the channel if you're interested. And then this is a blue stripe CD, as you'd expect, because it's from, what did I say, 1986? Yeah, let me just check the newer, later version. It's also blue stripe, to be fair, but I think this is from 1988, it would appear. So there are 2 different versions from Germany of the Speak and Spell album. Shiny cases again. Can't win. It's either too dark or too shiny. So that's the CDs. And then moving on to vinyl. Close on the heels of the, I think it was a music on vinyl version of Music for the Masses that I got recently. It's in a very recent video. I picked up a Scandinavian copy, listed on eBay as a Dutch copy. The reason for the confusion is that it is manufactured in the Netherlands, but when you start recognising vinyl labels, you can pick up on the fact it says NCB there, which is a fair indication that it might well be a Scandi LP, and having checked the run-offs, it is indeed from Scandinavia. So this came out in 1987, so it is the right date. The cover does have the semi-gloss panel and the emboss on this icon there, but not there. And on the back it's got embossed, and this is also slightly raised and glossy. The tracks are all kind of as they should be, let's say, comparable with the UK release, and the inlay card is no different. You have the lyrics on one side and you have the photography on this side. As it's an original release, there is no essay from Daniel Miller included. And then these 3 other LPs that I've got here are all from France, starting with A Broken Frame. So if, again, referring to that Speak and Spell vinyl video, you will have seen the French version of Speak and Spell. So I was quite interested to see these come up as a threesome from France. I thought, well, they'll go nicely. They've got a nice run now, the first 4 albums from France. If you were picking this up at Record Fair, the giveaways, it says distribution Vogue PIP there, and also even more so is the Vogue icon, which is a giveaway. In terms of what's inside, all the the labels are this style, white on black, with a slight kind of silver effect on some of the text. So this came out in 1982, so it is spot on the right date. And the inlay card, inner sleeve, let's say, is very similar. It's got the lyrics and some photos. I'm not sure if the photos appeared on the inlay on a broken frame on the UK original, and it's got this kind of cut in here, which might be distinctive. And the back is the same as it ever is. So that's the second album, Broken Frame, as it was released in France. Then moving on, the third album, Construction Time Again. So again, we have got the Vogue icon there, and yeah, and it says distribution, Vogue PIP down the bottom there too. So in terms of what's inside, the vinyl looks very similar, so I won't bother even getting that out. And also the inner sleeve looks the same as the UK too. So I had to listen to the Broken Frame and this, at least side one of this one. Pipeline is a interesting song, takes a bit of listening to, but luckily the first side finishes with Everything Counts. And then finally, for this video, some great reward. No Vogue label on the front to tell you it's from France, but if you look on the back, it's quite clear. Not only does it say distribution Vogue PIP there, you've got the Vogue lettering there as well underneath the back image. The inlay is very much similar to the UK version. Nothing much to say about that. And the vinyl is the same, quite plain label. So Construction Time Again came out in 1983, and it's the MPPV pressing. This one came out in 1984, and it's the MPPV pressing as well. So they kind of come as a pair. One thing that's interesting about this album and some other releases in other countries is If You Want is actually described, it's actually wrongly titled here. It says If You Want To. It's correct on the inner sleeve and correct on the actual labels on the record, but they've added that word on there. I noticed last night when I was putting this away that it's the same on the Hong Kong release as well, and quite possibly on some others too. So it's a common mistake across the vinyl releases. Anyway, that's it. Lurking in the background is my book. I didn't want to push it too hard this week. I think I did my sales pitch. But if you do like crosswords and you do like Depeche Mode, this is a crossword puzzle book with 20 crosswords in it, 900 clues, and it's available now on Amazon and eBay if you're international outside of the UK or the US. So take a look, see what you think. That's it. I'll see you next time some more stuff comes in. Cheers.